Hey guys.
We're here today to check out the video that won first place in the Patreon poll of the week, Crownshift with My Prison. Alright, we checked out their first single on the channel, we checked out their second single on Patreon, and now we're here to check out this one. I think this is the third one. So, are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Alright, let's check this out. Let's fucking rock and roll.
The smile is long gone. I'm left with scars to drag along. An image shattered. Shards don't fit. Seen beyond repair.
right, dude. I want to hear.
I was gonna ask you.
No, but I ask you first.
But you always ask me, and then I always go, and then you go. So how about we switch it up a bit?
How many times do you say that and then I go first?
Never.
All the time. All the
Okay,
time.
maybe like once every 5 videos. Once every 5 videos, maybe.
Where are you? Like
I'm normally
Roger Schmidt now with, Mojato.
Mojito.
Once. Okay, come on. Anyways, go.
You go.
This is my favorite single so far.
Really?
Yeah, this is my favorite single so far, because for me it's the first song. Not that I didn't like the other singles, right? But I felt with the other singles, specifically the first one, the one that we did on the channel. I can't remember the name now. I felt like that one was a little bit kind of pregnant. Like I wasn't really, like it gave me like different vibes. It didn't have like one single vibe from start to finish. It kind of had different vibes. And being the first single, not having a defined vibe of what it was, it kind of made me wonder, okay, where are they going with this?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Maybe that was the whole point. Is maybe they don't have one single umbrella that they can stand under. They have a multitude of umbrellas for different sizes and different types of weather conditions.
Exactly.
I don't know. But anytime you listen to a new band and you listen to the first song that they release, there's also a certain level of expectations that comes with it. And then also that song then also sets a level of expectations for what's coming afterwards and what the record is going to be all about. And things are not always what they appear to be. Like one song doesn't necessarily paint the full picture of what the record is all about. And if that's ever been true, it's definitely true with this band, because all 3 singles have been quite different from one another.
Very true, yeah.
I think this is the 3rd single. I mean, I could have lost track. We were in Norway for a while, so I could have lost track. But I think this is the 3rd single. But this is my favorite one of the 3. It really is. I love the sound of the song. It's not. It has this. It has this hard rock feel to it. It has almost, I would say, an American sound to it. But those keyboards.
I'm not gonna lie to you. It feels like a Waves.
Waves.
Like a song that Thomas would put together.
Oh, for
any one of his projects. It sounds like a
not
Waves.
Not any one of his projects. Wow, that's like such a broad.
But I'm saying like
stroke.
But it sounds like something he would put together. It sounds like a Waves. This song sounds like a Waves.
I don't agree with you.
It gives me the feeling of. I only say that because Waves is something that he loves to put in songs.
No, Waves is like he's forgetful, so he repeats the names.
So he repeats the names, but Waves is always one of them.
It's not always one of them, but okay.
But it is one of them.
It's been in more than one.
It's been in more than one.
It's been more than one song with that name on different projects that he's been involved with.
It gives me a Waves. Not I say Waves, but it gives me a vibe that something that I've
like Before the Dawn.
Yeah, maybe more before the. It's definitely not.
Dawn of Solace.
Dawn of Solace. It's definitely a very Before the Dawn sounding track. Like a light Before the Dawn sounding track. Because Before the Dawn is also, it's not the heaviest thing in the world.
I didn't get that vibe, but okay.
But it gives me a similar feel to not only that, but other bands that have that similar vibe. It's not my favorite song that we've checked out from these guys.
For me, it is.
It's a good song. It is a very good song, and I feel like vocal wise, it's a lot more defined. And
the path of the song is well more defined.
Yeah,
from start to finish,
I agree with you fully.
It's a super cohesive and balanced song from beginning to end, both musically and vocally. It's not like it goes in one direction, suddenly goes in another direction, then it goes in another direction. Like it's a very constant song.
Yes, but I also feel like that's what plays into its waves. Where to me it feels like more of a song that. It has their DNA, but yet it has DNA of other things in it, and I feel like those DNAs overshadow their own.
I see. I don't see it that way, because I don't think we can define what this band's DNA is going to be all about until we hear the record.
Exactly.
And even after you hear the record, it doesn't mean that that's going to be the DNA of the band going forward. You don't know what the next album is going to bring in the next album and the next album.
Very true.
I think it's really, like, when you're talking about a band made up of guys who've worked together before in other bands, who have, like, who have their own legacy as individual artists, but then also being part of bands that have a legacy of their own. I think it's very difficult to say this is their sound or this is especially when you talk about a couple of singles and a debut record. I don't think that's a conversation that you can have.
Very true.
Until all the cards are on the table and you can assess everything. I think if there's one thing you can say is that they don't have a defined DNA that it's like, oh, they're you can slide them under this genre. I don't think you can do that.
You can't.
I don't think you can do that.
I can agree with you in the fact that this song has the most complete feeling song out of all of them. Like when it comes to a path, the following that path, and so on and so forth.
And that doesn't mean it's repetitive. It just means that it has a clear look of this is where I am and this is where I'm going and this is how I'm going to get there. You know?
Yet it's still not my favorite. I think even the last one I enjoyed a little bit more. Sorry. Oh, never mind. It left me. The feeling came and it left like waves.
All right.
But it doesn't shout to me, this song. Like
I like the more warmer sound, the more
I like it too.
calmer sound that the song has. Being in that in that studio and also played a nice role
with the studio.
Yeah, because I felt like the last 2 videos they got 2 for 1. They were on location. It's like, okay, we paid for the first video, might as well shoot 2 videos. So I'm glad that they changed the locations for this one.
Has done it, so
that is true. That is true.
No hating.
That is true. But anyways, I'm happy that they now moved like indoors. Not that they were not indoors before, but they moved like into a small. Because for this kind of song, that has a more warmer sound to it, cleaner sound to it. That studio vibe works really well for it. As far as the video is concerned, I think it works really well.
I'm very kind of pregnant with this song because when it comes to out of the singles we've done, yes, it is the most complete song. It is the song that follows its path. It is the song that I think out of the testing steps and then you're finally walking, right? But yet it doesn't really shout to me. It doesn't give me that. I don't know. It doesn't do much for me. I enjoy it.
See,
but
listen, 2 people, 2 completely different takes. For me, this is my favorite one of the singles.
I could say that too, but at the same time, it's not. It doesn't shout to me.
See, because you know why I think I know why. For me, why I feel the way I do. Because I felt like.
I thought you were going to tell me why you. Think
no, I don't know how you like. No, I'm.
I thought you were going to.
Am I going to analyze you now?
No, because then I'd probably agree or disagree. I mean, there's only.
Well, obviously, there's only 2 ways. Either you agree to or you disagree. No, I'm saying from my standpoint, coming into this band, I had like a preconceived idea of what they were going to sound.
Same.
You know, I felt like, oh, maybe this is going to be Northern version 2.0,
yeah,
or actually it should be 3.0. Well, maybe we've lost how many .0s there are because they did have different versions.
Thinking when we went into the first.
That was definitely one of those things. And then when I heard the first song, I obviously see some Children of Bodom DNA, but that's natural considering what Daniel was doing before. So I felt like there was some of that in there, and maybe that is one of the reasons why I wasn't really sure about where they were going, because I expected them to sound like Northern, but that's not what I wanted. Mm-hmm. Because I don't want a band to sound like another band. Because if I want to listen to that other band, I just go listen to them. I want this to be something that it's fresh, that it's new, that it's different. And I didn't feel like either one of those singles gave me that new, fresh feel. Because I could break those songs down, the first 2 singles, I could break those 2 songs down. And in my mind, I could be completely wrong, but in my mind, as a listener's point of view, I could associate moments of those songs with bands that these guys have been in before. And that's not necessarily what I wanted.
No, you want a brand new.
It's like when people, it's like when you meet somebody and they say like, man, if you're a fan of Megadeth, you should listen to this band. Listen, if I want to listen to somebody like sounds like Megadeth, I just go listen to Megadeth. I don't need to listen to somebody who sounds like them when I can just go listen to them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not like their discography has been wiped out of earth, and now for me to listen to something like them, I gotta go listen to somebody else. So anyways, this to me is the song from the singles that I've heard. This is the one that I cannot associate with anybody. Anybody. So because I cannot associate it...
anybody from the band.
From the band.
Yeah, because you can definitely associate the sound with
fine,
other bands.
But I cannot say that, wow, this sounds like something that this guy did before, or that guy did before, or the other guy did before. And I'm not saying that in their discography there's no song that sounds like this. That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But like as a DNA of a band that they've been in, you know, Migraine, this is not their DNA, nor this... I mean, you know... maybe a song here and there, but overall this was not their DNA. Children of Bodom for sure not. So like, you know what I mean? And other projects as well. Nightwish doesn't sound like this.
True.
Neither does Winter Sun, neither does Fintroll. Like I think I've kind of almost covered everybody. So what I'm saying is I felt like this one was the one to me that it was harder for me to like associate it with somebody. And because I wasn't able to associate it with anybody, it felt very independent and felt very theirs. And because of that, I really liked it. I really connected. I liked the sound. I thought the vocals were really good on this track.
But I
really
agree
liked
with
it.
you. I enjoy it too. It's a good song. You know, all those pieces come together. But for a band like this, and for a lineup that they have, it doesn't shout to me. My expectations coming into the
Maybe
band...
this is the ballad that breaks the record.
Hopefully. Because coming...
The other ones were not like this. The other ones had a lot more energy.
You know, coming into it, we had the same idea. We thought it was going to be very Northern-like. Good that it wasn't. But I still wanted... them coming into this song and now this song being that song where, okay, this is a DNA that I can't track to anybody in the band specifically, right?
It's not enough for you.
It's not enough.
Okay.
It's a good song, but but I was hoping that experience would come from a song that has more energy.
All right, fair enough.
So
I really liked it.
I liked it too. But I'm saying that
More than the other two. But
I
that's me.
I
that's
was
me.
hoping that this feeling of wow, a complete sound. I was hoping that it would come from a more energized track than this one.
By the
It doesn't take anything away from it's still a very nice track. It's just that I was hoping that feeling would come from something else.
I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I'm on a different boat, right? I just want to finish this video by pointing out, did you notice the sign behind Yuka? Don't be poor. I thought it was really appropriate that they put it behind the guy that is about to release Time 2, that is in Nightwish, and now has another band. So like it almost feels like subliminal message, like don't be a poor, be like him.
Be like him.
Be like him. Don't be a poor. I don't know. I thought that was really interesting. Very subliminal. Maybe not subliminal enough because I picked it up on it. But anyhow, guys, let us know on the comment section your thoughts on this single, where you see this band going. I asked Eki when I was in Norway at Inferno, because he was there with Fintroll. I asked him. I mean, I can't tell you everything that I asked him, but one thing I did ask him was, is this going to be just like a studio project kind of thing? Because you guys all have your own other bands too, right? Is this going to be just a studio project? And he's like, no. We're planning on playing live shows, touring. Like this is a full, like this is a band. This is not just a bunch of guys like filling in the time and releasing an album during the pandemic. You know what I mean? Like, no, we're gonna tour, we're gonna play shows, and
That's good.
So for those of you out there wondering about, hey, will I ever get to see these guys together on stage? The answer is yes. I don't know where or when, but yes, it's gonna happen. Yeah, definitely going to happen. For you in Europe, way faster than for us here in North America, but for sure.
Yeah.
All right, that's it, right?
Hopefully we're in Europe when they're doing this.
Yeah, I mean, we're in Finland this summer. I'm planning on going to Finland. By the way, we are apparently booked for Dark River for 2025. So I was taken hostage and I had to agree to that.
Okay.
So maybe we'll see these guys at some point in time at even if they're not playing those shows, if they're playing another show. And while we're there, we'll make our ways. So anyhow, guys, thank you very much for watching this video. Let us know your thoughts on this latest single from Crownshift, and we'll see you all at the next one.
See ya.